Alright, how's it guys? This is Beyond the Bell. I'm Joey Balai, and we got with us Coach Mike Talalotu from Westside Striking. Coach, thank you very much for your time.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having me.
Alright, Coach. I met Coach Mike maybe back around 2011, 2012 when I was in Waianae Boxing Club. And, it's been history since. So, I know you're pretty good, Coach. You want to introduce yourself? Tell us who you are and stuff for the people that might not know.
Yeah. My name is Michael Talalotu. I'm the owner and head coach at Westside Striking. And I grew up in Waianae, and I started boxing at Waianae Boxing Club when I was around 10 or 11. And started boxing for a couple of years, and then I stopped, took a break, and then I came back, started kickboxing. After that, I went back boxing after I tore my ACL, playing the touch tackle league, and I went back to, I started the time again. I started running the streets, like a lot of the people over here. Streets got me for a little while. Then cleaned up my act, and then I wanted to give back, so I started coaching at Waianae Boxing Club, and then the rest is where it led me.
All right, let's start from the beginning. How did you get your start fighting, and what got you into boxing and kickboxing?
Pops Fred Pura, he knew my auntie Rose. He used to work at Waianae Hardware Store years ago when I was like 10, 11, me and boy. He knew that she had a son and nephew, and then he told her to, hey, send the boys to the time, Waianae Boxing Gym, and that's how I got started. Yeah.
All right. Coming up in Waianae Boxing Clubs, what were some of the big names in the gym back then? And can you explain what the atmosphere was like, back in those days?
Yeah. Well, as a young kid, the guys that was there, of course you can look up to them, was like the Pellens, all the Pellen brothers, Richard, Alex, Jeffrey, Walter, Mike, and the Rodriguez, Vito, Glenn, Julio, and of course the Westbrook. So there was all the older generation, Nelson Duello, Nolan Barkley, Henry Silva, Donald Donato. That was all the older generation, and as a younger guy, you get kind of impressionable, and that's what we kind of like looked up to at the time, yeah.
And I know being in Waianae Boxing Gym, Dennis Alexio came through there. Can you tell me what that experience was like? And you got, any good Dennis stories or some lessons that stuck with you throughout the time?
Oh, yeah. When he came through, he came there, from my understanding, he came there because he needed sparring partners to help him get ready for a fight. And I guess where he was sparring in town, the guys told him, oh, hey, you like sparring partners, good, and to come Waianae. And that's how he started. He came to Waianae, and everybody was lining up for spar with him. So I guess he liked it. He liked the attitude everybody was, that the energy that everybody was giving him. So that's where he stayed.
So it was like plenty heavyweights back then in the gym?
No, it wasn't even no heavyweights. He was the only heavyweight that. Or had Khalil Westbrook. And the bigger guys was like Rodney, Joseph. Smaller guys was like me, John Mizumoto, Vincent Dela Cruz. Yeah, all of us, but we always gave them good work,
Back in the day, the Hawaii fight scene was different. Can you describe what it was like and how it shaped you as a fighter?
Back then, for the kickboxing scene was actually when Dennis Alexio started coming around. That's how we started. That's how I started kickboxing, And what's it called? It was really exciting because he was like the main event, and Groin was getting big over here, and he was the main event. He got us on the card, and so we started training kickboxing, and what's it called? That was the best years back then.
So you guys was only really doing boxing before that?
Yeah, we was only doing boxing before that until he came around.
Oh, so you guys was legit a part of like the kickboxing explosion out here, because Hawaii, like we known for our stand up. boxing, kickboxing, every sport we go to, it's always don't stand with the Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Except BJ was the only exception.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody else was don't stand with him. Alright. Okay, so this is gonna be a personal one for you. You know, do you have any favorite memories or fights, from those early days? That you can tell us about?
Oh, the best stories is always, for me, the best stories is always the wars in the gym, huh? And we used to spar with each other, and we used to spar with Dennis Alexio. That was the fight back then. The fight wasn't at the Blaisdell. The fight was every day in the gym. That was the wars over there. So there's no such thing as going light between all of us. Everybody was just trying to take each other's head off. Back then, that's all you know how to do. Just go hard. And sparring with Dennis Alexio, that was like the highlight of my kickboxing days, because he made me like get better confidence wise, and he actually made me get better as a fighter. Because the way you build up your confidence is through training, through your preparation. And he taught me, and me wanting to be the best kickboxer. I always preferred the best harder than anybody else, or than my opponent at least. So yeah, the stories back then would have been, if only we could have videoed the sparring back then. That would have been the best videos you guys could have seen.
Priceless.
Yeah, priceless.
Alright, okay. So, after all those years in a fight game, you took your break, you got your injury. What made you decide to come back and start coaching?
Oh, actually, like I said, I was doing drugs back then, and I wanted to get clean. So I decided to quit the drugs, and then I would just go back to the gym. So I just started to work out a little bit, and then I decided to help Pops train the kids over there. So that's what helped me that time. The kids helped me actually get clean.
So the gym saved you.
Yeah, the gym saved me, man. The gym, the kids, they saved me, because I didn't want to disappoint them by not being there for them when they needed me.
Shoot. Well, if it's anything back in the day, you couldn't tell. You was coming in, putting down active fighters and stuff, and sparring with body shots. I remember those days. Alright. Now talk to me about the start of Westside Striking. Is there a certain moment or a person who inspired the idea for Westside Striking?
Actually, as when time went on, when I was coaching at Waianae, I noticed I just wanted to do things the way I wanted to do things. I guess just like everybody else that start up their own gym, they like do things the way they like do things and how they like doing. So that's what actually inspired me to start up Westside Striking, because I just wanted to do things the way I wanted to do them. And I guess the results speak for itself. We get how we do things. Yeah.
That was a good one. All right. Okay. How would you describe your training style, and what sets it apart from everybody else?
My training style is just hardcore. We just train hard every day, and then of course, I try to build up their IQ, their fight IQ. At the same time, we just train hard. That's all. That's the only way I know how to coach. Just train hard, and for me, I guess it's working. It's working to some point, because I got so much boxing champions, national boxing champions, and national and international boxing champions. So the results speak for itself again.
You prefer more like fight specific training, or like drilling, like cardio, strength and conditioning wise? Or you think, the healthy balance between everything is what makes a good fighter?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Training program.
I try to keep it equal balance in both, because more, like I said, the hard training is building up your cardio, and then with the strength and conditioning, some of my kids do. It also helps them. Of course, it helps them with the way we fight, because they like to fight aggressive. Yeah.
Can you tell us about some of the challenges of coaching, and on the flip side of that coin, like what is like the most rewarding part about coaching?
Um, the most challenging part about coaching is just trying to get the kids to buy into your system, you know, just trying to get them to buy into your system and be disciplined. Be disciplined, have a good attitude, and give good effort every time. That's the challenging part. So you get 20 different kids, like I told you, you get 20 different personalities, 20 different efforts, 20 different attitudes. Just trying to get everybody on the same page. Because you don't want to be, as a coach, you don't want to be wasting your time coaching a kid that doesn't have the right attitude. He's not going to learn the technique. His attitude is always going to be somewhere else, or I got to do this, or whatever happened outside the gym. That's what mess up the attitude of learning. But that's the attitude. I mean, that's the challenge. One of the challenges for me coaching this kid, and the benefits, the reward for coaching is just a relationship you make with your fighters. For me, they become just like my kids. I just spend so much time with them. I travel all over the nation with them. So the relationship is the rewarding part. Yeah.
All right. So you've seen the sport evolve over the decades. What's one thing you noticed that hasn't changed over the years?
That's true. The one thing that hasn't changed, I don't know, the Hawaii fighters. They get hard. That never changed. They all get hard. They like stand and bang. They like the excitement part of the fighting. But they also evolved for like MMA. Some of them evolved for be more well-rounded. And a lot for the kickboxing side. They're getting in a lot more quality kickboxers nowadays. Nowadays, I think if the kids now, my fighters, if I fought them when I was fighting, they would have beat me. They would beat me. I tell you right now. And I tell them, I told them that maybe once or twice, just because of the way the techniques that I've learned, I pass them on to them. I never know those techniques when I was younger or when I was fighting. I just knew the basics. But what set me apart was my cardio. My cardio. Nobody trained harder than me. Nobody's in better shape than me. But yeah, the techniques, that's all when evolved now over the years with the techniques and the quality of coaches too. We get better coaches. So that's really good. I like that. Yeah.
All right. You just talked about your national and international champions. I know a lot of that comes from the Waco. I'm actually gonna go up my first time coaching the Waco. We're gonna go up in March to Denver. We're gonna go try our luck. We got maybe like 2 or 3 guys that we've been working with. We're gonna go in for the first time. You got any advice for some first timers like us?
Hey, when you guys go up there, I would just go there and just network with people. Network. I know the first time you guys know, I like go up to them and talk to them, but just go up there and introduce yourself. Because when I was going, the years I went, we made a good impression on everybody. And then now, I didn't go the last couple of years. I know everybody else, the rest of the Hawaii team, been making a good impression. So they look at you, they tell you where you're from. So they ask you where you're from. You tell them from Hawaii. They're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna know that they gotta worry. So just go up to them, talk to them, make friends, and then one day when they can tell you, oh, you like come up here and fight. If you give them info, you guys can make friends and go up there and fight. Get more experience for the kids.
Talk to me about like traveling and stuff. How is it like traveling internationally, like with a job to do? You guys going out for compete at the highest level, and you guys got to travel to places. I know you mentioned Bosnia. That's real far from us. That's real different lifestyle than like they got up there than us out here on the islands.
We went to Bosnia, went to Cancun. Bosnia, that was a really interesting city, or we went to. That's like a third world kind of country. over there. We was traveling. We was riding the train. Me, Cody, Brandon, Taz, Jobin. We were looking, not Jobin, but we was looking at this the buildings. A lot of empty buildings. You see a lot of bullet holes in them. Like they went through war. Like I didn't realize that they went through war like 10 years before that with Serbia. Serbia went invade Bosnia. And then all of the buildings were full big bullet holes, and we were just shooting out. Wow. But yeah, the traveling is really, it's all good experience. You know, and memories you bring back, and you remember all those things. You cherish those things as you get older and time goes by. You know?
Does the traveling like affect like performance? Have you guys ever had to deal with like altitude or like different kind of weathers? Like you ever like fought in like the snow, like when it was cold or anything?
For kickboxing, not really. Just the boxing we fought in snow when we traveled to Denver, Colorado, like that. And then it's kind of hard to kind of gauge the athlete, how everybody's body adapts differently, yeah. So the best thing for me to tell you guys, if you guys are gonna go someplace where it's cold, I would get them to be try to get them running somewhere indoors so they can get that cold air in their lungs, you know. Same for when someplace is hot. You gotta adapt because you gotta watch the liquid in their body, the moisture. You know, like they dry out, yeah.
Like some chicken,
yeah,
the chicken is out.
exactly, like the chicken.
The point is always the same.
The point, yeah.
All right. Shoot. You talk about like how like the bullet holes and like the visuals of like the war and stuff stood out. You got any more like other stories of stuff? Maybe like a fight story or something?
I like to talk about the competition up there. When we fought up there and fighting guys from like Serbia, Russia, all the guys in the Europe part of the country in the world. And I was kind of hesitant, I guess, because we never did travel that far, fight people from all over the world. And what made me I was kind of taken back because we can compete against them. That's the first time we ever did compete against people from those part of the country and that part of the world. So, and the way my boys fought, I said, wow. I said, we can compete against anybody. You know, Hawaii people, we can compete against anybody as long as you train, you get the right coaches, and you train the right way, and you get the dedication. You can always compete against anybody. So I just say, just like let everybody know, if you guys traveling out there, whoever, never be scared to compete, and cause we all can compete against everybody and anybody, you know. So that's my advice for that part.
You know what I think is cool about that? That's proof that the system works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's proof. You're right.
Yeah. Thanks for talking to me about the Waco stuff. I want to talk to you about some boxing. So, in 2024, Westside Striking racked up 76 wins on the USA Boxing circuit, making you guys the gym with the most wins in the nation. Can you tell me what that means to you and how it feels to be the first gym in Hawaii to accomplish that?
That's probably one of the greatest accomplishments that our gym I had and as a gym. So that felt really good. Because me and the part of the boxing is being Coach Lyndon, we were together. So our two gyms were combined, so we racked up. The next gym after that was maybe 20 wins below us. So I think there was nobody close to us after that. And that meant a lot to us. Because it shows, it's proof again that our system works. You know? And we're just a small little island in the Pacific compared to the nation. And we don't have the opportunity like the mainland guys. They can just drive 2 hours to fight, drive another 2 hours to fight again every week. We can do that. We cannot do that. So that's proof that our system works.
Is that one thing that made you guys start boxing? The opportunity to like compete more and have the kids more active?
Well, no, we was always a boxing gym. So before we traveled with the kickboxing, I was always traveling to the mainland to take our kids to the nationals and stuff like that. Man. We was always a boxing gym. And actually, when it comes to striking, we're a striking gym. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. Because for me, like when I hear Westside Striking, I always thought kickboxing. But yeah, talking now, the boxing roots is super duper strong.
Yeah, yeah. That's our base. That's the base of boxing. From boxing, then I transferred the kids to kickboxing. So our boxing is always going to be strong.
Yeah, so that's like one of the things to the system. Start the kids off with just hands, then implement the kicks if that's something like they want to go into, or that's something you do with all your kids.
No, there's something I just check out the kids, and then everybody's different. So I watch and see how they are when boxing and kickboxing. And I ask them if you like Texas boxing. They say yeah. So that's how we transition them. And if they're not, I see them not doing too good in a boxing, then we'll try another sport. We'll try kickboxing, and then they build up their confidence as they're getting better in kickboxing, and then I throw them back in boxing. You know?
Yeah, nice. All right. So, what's the goals for Westside Striking in the future?
To dominate the number one gym again, you know, to win it again this year, every year if possible.
Keep that ball rolling.
Keep that ball rolling. Consistency is key, man. And I have this 1 year, win them, and then next year we out. Yeah.
There you go. So, I heard you're moving into the world of promoting. Can you talk to me about Hawaii Youth Kickboxing?
That's just something that we're trying to get the kids. We're trying to keep the kids in kickboxing, give them more action, give them more opportunities to fight. That's all. That's all it is. So. Me and my friend Derek. Derek is the main guy. Derek Bright. So we decided to just put on shows for the kids.
Nice. For you guys that don't know, Derek, former promoter of Man Up Stand Up, and if you came up on the Hawaii fight scene, chances are you've competed in a Man Up Stand Up event. So event this weekend, Saturday, November 1st.
If you guys not busy Saturday, come down to Palama Settlement. Fight starts at 5. Pay $30 at the door, $60 VIP. VIP comes with food and drinks. So we get about 25 fights. So yeah, come down, support the kids.
With the fights being this weekend, you doing anything special for your athletes that are competing?
Nothing special. We just keep the same routine. Same routine. Every fight.
Alrighty. Start wrapping it up. Asking those closeout questions.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. When you look back on your journey, fighter, coach, mentor, what are you most proud of, and what kind of legacy do you want to leave?
I'm more proud of my coaching career, than I am of my fighting career. So I get more rewards from coaching, actually. And for the legacy, just like the kids know that I was here for them whenever they needed me. So.
All right. Coach Mike, thank you so much. Appreciate it. You got any final messages or inspiration you want to share with our listeners?
Yeah, if you guys into the fighting, if you're a fighter, tell you guys this, there's a coach. A coach is looking for people with good attitude and good effort. If you don't have that, stay home. Don't be on headache for your coach. Okay? That's all, and I'd like to thank Joey for coming by and doing this interview with me. Thank you.
Alrighty. Where can we keep up with you, and how can we get in contact with Westside Striking to, get our kids in or get in some training ourselves?
You look me up on Instagram, Westside Striking, or you can hit me up on Facebook. I think it's under my name, Michael Talalotu, or it's under Westside Striking. I forget.
Alright. Thank you, Coach Mike. Appreciate your time. This is Joey Balai, Coach Mike Talalotu. This has been Beyond the Bell. Train hard, fight easy. Yes, sir.
There you go. All right,
thank you very much.
Thank you, bro.